Hello, welcome back to Nostalgia Drive. This is episode 7 of my Saya no Uta playthrough. So, got this choice and I left it off into this episode for when we should decide to make this choice. I've been curious throughout this full game, so I think we'll try and do want it all back, the vision, because I'm just really curious. Because I know this is going to be really messed up for Fuminori, but it's just my curiosity is killing me just to see what's going to happen with the story now. I never wondered if there could be any answer. I stopped dwelling on the question a long time ago, and if I'd been asked before I met Saya, I would have hesitated. But what about now? What does it mean to wish for the past? What could it do for me and Saya? As soon as these questions occur to me, my true feelings become unclear. The hurried answer I just gave her was less certain than I thought. So I don't know if this is the right choice for Fuminori at all. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Saya smiles softly, her expression an unreadable mixture of what seemed to be sorrow and relief. Seeing it fills me with a sudden unease, as though I've just wounded her deeply with my careless words. Saya silences me with another kiss, and thrusts her tongue into my mouth with an even greater passion than before. As the sweet softness of her tongue clouds my mind, I begin to feel an urgent need to say what she prevented me from saying, to speak those most important words. Saya. I can't speak. For some reason my mind is hazy, my consciousness is slipping away as the euphoria from her kiss spreads to my entire body. It's kind of making me feel sad for Saya. The only thing is, I don't even know if we'll discover who Saya is in this voice, so I'm not sure. Maybe we will, but I don't know. Wait, I have to tell you something before I sleep. Just one thing. My efforts are meaningless, however, as oblivion calls me into its embrace. Oh my god, man. Oh, it's so much worse looking. When I awoke, the first thing that greeted me was a terrible stink. Mr. Suzumi's body was covered in flies, and I could smell the rotten stench that you would expect from a corpse. The night had ended, but Saya was nowhere to be seen in the morning light. Aside from the blood-covered floor, the kitchen looked the same as it had before the accident. In the den, however, the colours that had been so soothing the day before now served as a stark reminder of what a distant world I had been living in. It's funny seeing this in the real world though, it just looks nuts. Despite knowing that it was futile, I wandered the house searching for Saya. For almost an hour I tried in vain to deny reality. Then I called the police. When the operator answered, I couldn't stop myself from crying. It had been such a long time since I heard a human voice other than Saya's. As became clear later, Mr. Suzumi had murdered his family before I killed him. Unable to give the police a satisfactory explanation, I was arrested for all 3 murders. Oh my god, like all 3 of them. That's nuts. And when they found the remains of Takahata Omi in my house, a 4th was added to the charges. During my interrogation, I told them everything exactly as it had happened, in every detail. The detectives didn't believe me. I'm not really surprised they didn't, of course, but the doctor who came later did. Later did? Who though? He had me moved from the jail to a much cleaner white room. Is it old guy maybe? I don't know. That's right, this room looks just as white as me, as it does to everyone else. In the end, they declared me incapable of answering for my actions. Everything that happened to me was real, but part of a reality incompatible with the rest of the world. So the doctors gave me space, all to myself, a place where I could live on my own world. I'm sad that I wasn't believed, but I know that it couldn't be helped. In this world, reality is what majority says it is, and I had the misfortune to step outside that box. I'm kinda glad though that Fuminori's actually turned himself in though. The walls of my room was undeniably white. That at least I can be thankful for as I live out the rest of my life here. Everyone said that there was never any girl named Saya. Well, so be it. Saya probably was never part of this world. I'm so confused now, man. But why shouldn't I be able to hear Saya's voice here, in my room? This is my world, after all. A continuation of the very real time that we spent together. How long did I wait with such thoughts floating through my mind? Oh wait, is it Saya maybe? One night I awoke to the sound of something crawling down the hallway. The sound would not normally have woken me, but I must have had a premonition that night. Sleeping lighter than usual, I had waited for her arrival, and so I knew instantly that it was her. Oh, she's got the curse voice as well. Yeah, she's definitely a monster. I thought that because I think Omi even heard her as a monster as well. She did not answer, but I could feel her outside my door, struggling with some internal conflict. After a long silence, something small slid through the narrow bars of my peephole. A phone. It was a cell phone, the screen already showing a notepad with freshly entered text. My voice will sound strange to you. I couldn't suppress a chuckle at Saya's uncharacteristic display of shyness. After a short pause, the phone returned to my side. Please let me stay the Saya you remember. No, we're not actually going to see what she looks like. Oh, come on, please. Don't do this game. I started to suspect that it might be so. In the hell my eyes had made out of the world, Saya alone had looked normal. I thought that she was somehow unique. In truth, however, she had probably been a different kind of unique than I imagined. It wasn't that my senses hadn't distorted her appearance, but that she had been so unusual as to seem normal to my twisted mind. Saya's true form was something other than what I'd known. Now, however, I could see her as she really was. But Saya didn't want that, and it was not for me to question the workings of her heart. I just had to accept the girl need to keep some things private. I slid the phone back to her. I was hoping you'd forget. I smiled wearily at the text on the screen, wondering if she really thought me so heartless. No one was listening, but still, it would have been embarrassing to speak the rest aloud, so this time I typed it into the phone. I slid the phone back through the slot. I could sense her trembling outside my door. I couldn't hear her or see her, but still, I knew. Saya was crying. Perhaps my words offered no comfort, spoken so late. Even so, I was ready. I had wanted to return to my old life, true, but I would have abandoned that wish for Saya. I know that I would have gone with her, hand in hand as far as we could, even to the most forbidden of places. Saya too must have known that I was prepared, and because she knew, she stopped me from saying those words. If I had spoken that oath, there would have been no going back. I'm sorry I was a coward. Seeing the words on the screen, I shook my head. I was afraid of you, of how you were changing because of me. Saya couldn't bring herself to take everything from me, and I couldn't bring myself to give up everything for her. We were too weak to find happiness. I'll keep searching for my dad. He'll know how to send me back to where I came from. What does that mean? A short time passed with no words or messages exchanged. I wonder how many times in this brief silence, yes and no changed places in her mind. Yeah, When the phone finally returned, the characters on the screen seemed strangely uncertain.
お父さん、見つかるといいね。
I'll do my best. The time has come for a parting. She is choosing her path, and I had given my blessings. There was nothing more to be said.
もしも気が変わったら、僕はずっとここにいるから、いつでも来ていいからね。
I will, thank you. Goodbye, Fuminori. I read her final message and returned the phone to the other side.
さよ。
She gently slapped my door in response, and then I heard the sound of her sliding off down the hallway, and I was left alone in the silence of the night. I don't know if this is the good ending for Fuminori or not. I'm not sure. I really don't know. I think we'll only really know it until we actually go to, like, try the other option. Ever since that day, I have been waiting. Perhaps Saya really did return to where she came from. Perhaps she's still wandering today, looking for her father. It must be hard. She must be lonely. When she can no longer stand being alone, she will surely return to me. I am the one who will comfort her and whisper sweet nothing in her ears. And so I wait, dreaming of her face and her voice. I wait, forever in my white world. So that must be the ending of that then. So that's like some ending, man. There's definitely more to be explored in this, like a much more. So I think the next time we'll try the actual next choice of keeping like Fuminori's vision intact, because I really hope that we find out more like about Ogai, because I still don't really know what the mystery of like what Saya is. We still don't really get any like clarification at all on it. So I'll wait till the credits and I'll maybe skip ahead in the recording, and I don't know if there's any like extra cutscenes with this, maybe this route, and I'll see and I can skip ahead here. Right, so there doesn't seem to be any additional content after that. So what we'll do is I'm still going to keep this series continued going now, but we're going to try the next choice, and that is keeping Fuminori's like the same vision as he had before, and we'll see how that plans out with Saya, because I don't know what that ending will be, but I hope we learn like maybe a bit more about Saya and Ogai. So I'll see you in the next episode of Saya no Uta. Bye!